Hello.
Good morning, Jade. Actually, start the recording. That would be good. Good morning, everybody. This is Debbie Gordon. Welcome to our Friday morning builder call. I am here live with Connie Atkinson.
Hey, everybody.
And I'm excited to introduce her to you. So we're going to give you just a minute or two more to jump on with us live before I introduce Connie. And I welcome your participation this morning. I'm going to mute you all to begin with and then introduce Connie. And then as we go, we're going to open your phones. Good morning, Jan. Good morning, Wendy. Good to have you all on here this morning. Let's see who else can jump on here. Tag just a few of your team members, a few of your friends that are on our doTERRA team. I'm opening up this call to our entire team because we don't have this opportunity very often to have a special guest with us, and especially a special guest as in Connie Atkinson, a life trainer. I'm really excited to have her here right in my kitchen. And so we are in my office this morning, right?
Oh, yeah. It's a high-tech office.
We just cleared all the stuff on the table.
Debbie and I were talking yesterday. We were both on our Zoom in our office, and she's like, yeah, some of my people don't want to do a live call because they're concerned about their office. I'm like, Debbie, let me show you something. So what you see behind me is perfect. It's clean. All the doors are shut. I'm like, Debbie, watch this. And I took my computer and moved all around, and it was junk everywhere else, everywhere she couldn't see.
We've all got the same issues, right? We've all got the same issues. And so we don't let that stop us in our progression and in our ability to certainly share doTERRA. So welcome, everybody. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and get started. It's 8:30, and I want to use every moment we have this morning with Connie, and I'm so glad to have her on with us today. And so Connie is the mother of 5 girls, where I am the mother of 5 boys. I think we decided to connect, right?
I know, right?
And head out into the wilderness together, and then my boys will have wives, right?
We can swap their phone numbers. It can work out really well for both of us.
That's right.
They're going to be horrified.
I think they're all gone. He's just driving out. The last one's driving out of the driveway just now. And so she has 3 grandchildren, and 2 of those 3 are boys.
I got my boys.
You're getting your gender, right? You're
getting
your gender change right there. Not gender change, but you're getting your other gender right there with that. She is an avid quilter, and it's been really fun to know who's in your quilting group, and they're all people I know. So that was really fun. I should join your quilting group, right?
You definitely should.
It's been only about 30 years that I've
You're quilted. A hot topic of conversation at my quilt guild, Debbie.
I should come over to the quilt guild.
Oh, you absolutely should.
So that's really fun. But you know what, Connie is really a remarkable individual. I have seen her volunteer in the community here in Draper. She's always involved in the school. She's been a real advocate for education in the community. Yeah, and for politics too, right? We won't talk about politics today. But,
oh my word, I get a little heated. Not about national politics, but about Draper City politics. Yeah, exactly. Definitely right. A thing.
We're involved in that, right? And so, but her goal is to be an example of what's possible, and I love that about Connie. Because clearly she's a self-made woman, and I love that. Welcome, Sarah. Good to have you on here, friend. So I'm going to turn the time over to Connie to work with us a little bit on some mindset training. This is remarkable, and just talking with her on the phone has been really yummy, for lack of words. So Connie, I'm going to turn it over to you.
It is amazing.
With us with mindset training?
It is amazing what can happen by just focusing. You know, a lot of times we think that in order to be successful, we've got to pack our schedules and make ourselves crazy. I think just the opposite is true. I think if we can work smarter rather than harder and really focus, then what we're actually doing is clearing our mind and giving it space to really let the creative juices flow. I think time to, walk every day, or time to just clear your mind, whatever it is, really helps you. That's where the ideas really come. That's where the ideas really flow. And
I started a new book this week.
You did? Tell me what it is.
The 5 a.m. Club. The 5
a.m.
Club.
My word.
Really fun book, but he talks about that. He talks about the first half of our life, we're usually crazy. And the last half of our life, however you want to describe that, we usually recognize the importance of simplifying and subtracting things from our life to get more simple and to be more effective and more accomplished.
So I'm pretty sure my effectiveness never happens at 5 a.m. unless I've stayed up until 5. I am way more likely to stay up until 5 than I am to get up at 5 in the morning. But I love what you pointed out here. And that we're actually going to talk a lot about that is over time, we really mature. We really learn our focus. And we are going to talk, definitely we're going to make that a major point of today's conversation or training is we're going to talk about taking advice from our future self.
I love that. Yeah.
So we're going to get going.
Dig in there, Connie.
I've got a lot of stuff here, and we are going to do live coaching too, because really focusing in on our thoughts is so many times, you guys, people come and they're like, what should I do? My business isn't doing what I want it to do. And their question is, what do I do? And my friends, if you come away with anything today, I hope that what you come away with is that real change doesn't occur in focusing on your actions. Real change comes in focusing on your thoughts. And if you got the email that went out, we really talked a lot about that. Debbie mentioned that we had talked a couple of times this week. And in that, I did some thought training on her, some mindset coaching. And I said, Debbie, why do you do this? What does it really come down to you? Because I can promise you it's not about peddling oils. Okay, that's not what she does. What she does is a lifestyle for her. It is ingrained in every facet of everything she does every day. And what we're going to really focus on today is that thing that you don't want to do. And we're going to talk about really focus in on the thought that's going to get you to where you want to go. So that's my goal for each and every one of you, is to come away with your power thought. Debbie's power thought that she came up with while we were coaching the other day was, I empower women. And she empowers them in 3 ways. She empowers them themselves to know how to use these goals. Debbie's focus is a lot on using these as medicine, as keeping your family healthy and creating a lifestyle that's really enjoyable
and not medicine per se, but nutrition.
Right.
Just really nourishing our bodies on a day-to-day basis, not waiting till we get sick, but nourishing our bodies on a day-to-day basis so we don't have to have wasted time
and
getting sick.
Well.
I've always said the biggest waste of time for me is getting sick or having sick children. It's a waste of time, and I don't have time to be sick. I don't want to be sick. I don't want my children sick. I want to be more doing what I love to do. And so there's no time for that.
Okay, so let's think for a minute. Why do you do what you do? And if you even want to type that into the chat, Debbie's going to kind of watch the chat for me so I can stay focused. So Debbie's is, I empower women. So because she empowers women, she's teaching them not only the lifestyle that this can create for them, but she's educating them so that they can go on and share it with their community. What Debbie does by doing that is create this snowball that can really gain momentum as it goes down the mountain by her really educating all of you and everybody. I mean, Debbie is educating the world. One thing that Debbie didn't share with you is that her name was a hot topic at my quilt guild. There is a woman a year ago who broke her hip at my house at this event that we hold at my house every year. There's a small lip. My grass is sunk just a little bit, and my sport cord creates just a little lip. Well, when Debbie's cute friend Ruth, who's a little bit aged, went to go get her casserole dish at the end of the night, she tripped on that, broke her hip, and has been recovering for the last year. So Debbie, through her service, has really taught Ruth how these oils can serve her as she is recovering. And Ruth is talking about it to all her friends, and a bunch of Ruth's friends were at my quilt guild, and Debbie's name was rolling off everybody's tongue, because not only is Debbie helping and providing service to Ruth, but she is educating Ruth, who's then out talking to all her friends.
Which is magnificent, right? I love that. I love that. Networking.
Right.
And Ruth is my neighbor. She's just right there. And so, well, there's a house between us, but she's my neighbor, and I'm over there every day. She's had a lot of different healing wounds that have needed support, and one wound on her leg, 25 years. She's had this. We're working with the oils, and we're making significant progress. But I'm over there every day to rub her down with oils and
to educate her on what can help her. Okay, so what kind of purposes are we getting here in the chat box, Debbie? That we've got the
So Sarah says, I help restore people's faith and self-awareness.
Interesting. That's awesome. Hey, if you type in that chat box, make money, I'm okay with that too.
Yeah.
I mean, that is one of the ways that Debbie empowers people. That's kind of one of the 3 pillars that she uses, is to empower women to help support their families, to help have the money
in a very meaningful way while they
Right.
are raising their babies, you know.
Right.
And you know, I think we all want to be home when our babies are growing and having milestones, and even after. I mean, I'm more busy now with teenagers than I ever was with little babies. I'm going to say I love the baby stage better.
They're a little bit, you have more control in the baby stage. It has been really tricky for me to figure out how to kind of let go a little bit, you know?
Exactly right.
Okay, so when you're really tied into your purpose, when your purpose is your main focus, all of these excuses seem really lame, right?
They really do.
I mean, it's really all about our purpose. Our purpose is to educate, to help people know that there's an alternative to antibiotics and to being sick all the time. Just because you have small children. Is Chelsea on this call?
Not yet.
Oh my word.
Let's see. Maybe she is. Nope, not yet. Chelsea's not there yet. Text her.
Okay, I am going to text her.
So Connie is Chelsea's Utah mom. And she spent a lot of time at Connie's home.
She really is a daughter to me. She's lived at my house for a long time, and I've known her since she was probably 6 years old. But one of the things that Chelsea really does is she really wants to stay at home with her kids. It's really important to her. She was raised by a single mom who worked her butt off, and she was on there. And so one of Chelsea's main goals is to be at home with her mom, to be at home with her kids, to be a hands-on mom. Okay, so sometimes life can feel really overwhelming. And if we've got our purpose, then we need goals, okay? We need to have our purpose, and then we need to have goals. And all of those little things that we do every day should tie into our purpose, okay? So when Debbie and I were talking, she let me know about a special for all of the wellness advocates. If you can get 11 enrollments, then you get all these special deals. There's really a lot of incentives to get 11.
Yeah,
precious petals. There you go. Okay, so if you've got a goal to get 11 enrollments, then let's talk about that for a minute. What are your daily actions going to be if you are really tied in to the result that you want of 11 enrollments? Okay, some people think, okay, probably your brain wants to tell you, there's no way I could do that. That's impossible. I have no time. What are your favorite excuses? Type those in there. We're going to talk about those. We're going to address them. Okay, I know for Chelsea, she's got 2 little kids, a husband that's working 2 jobs. So what if there were things that Chelsea could do in her everyday life to make her life actually easier rather than harder? Okay, what if Chelsea could up her paycheck from doTERRA so that her husband could be at home more, right? What if he could drop one of those extra jobs? Let's look at that. And maybe type into I'd love to get to know you guys a little bit better. What is it that you're doing in your life that feels like it's impossible to do more with doTERRA? Maybe you're raising children. Maybe you're working 2 jobs and trying to do this as a 3rd job. But kind of, Debbie, keep an eye on that chat box and let me know what people are doing.
So Dana says, I bring light, love, and freedom to people physically, emotionally, spiritually, and financially.
That's beautiful. I love that. When you're really keyed in to that purpose, to that thought that that's what you do, what feeling does that generate in you?
So type your thoughts in the chat box, or you're welcome to unmute. Okay.
Okay. So if your goals are going to give your brain a deliberate focus, right? So what we're not doing is adding stress to your life, because when you're stressed, you're not having fun. Okay. One of my favorite thoughts is building my business is fun. And I watch Debbie, she's happy every day. Every time I run into her, I don't care where we are, she might be running around the grocery store, but she's got deliberate purpose to be there. She's there getting done what she needs to do. And she's friendly and happy while she's there. She's living her purpose of making this fun and making this a part of what you do. Okay, one thing I love to do is write down your goals in present tense. So if your goal is to have a certain status, then you write that down. I'm a little bit rusty on my lingo, but
I am a presidential diamond.
Okay, I'm a presidential diamond. Okay, when you are a presidential diamond, how are you going to feel?
Yeah. Positive, influential. I'm going to feel there's no stopping me.
Okay, and what kind of actions does that drive? How do you act?
I talk to everybody.
Okay.
I share with everybody.
Okay.
I listen for needs everywhere I go.
I love that. You listen for needs.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you, when you do anything, your purpose and your thought comes through. You may think that you're hiding that, but everybody can see straight through you like a window. So if your thought is, I am looking for needs everywhere I go. How can I serve you? How can I help you? I'm telling you, her neighbor Ruth feels her love through her service. Now, the fact that Ruth signed up as a wellness advocate was just smart for her because it
was saving her money. She was buying it from me, and I couldn't get her what she wanted. She wanted 3 probiotics, 3 PB assists every month, and I was charging her my cost $34.50 for each one of those bottles, and I knew she could tag it onto a lifelong vitality pack and get it for $20 each. And so I said, Ruth, let's sign you up. She's 85 years old. She does not deal with credit cards well, but she bit the bullet and she put a credit card on her account. And she has ordered a couple of times, twice a month, because she's needed some more stuff or wanted some more stuff or participated in the back to school promo to get a Serenity oil. But she is really benefiting from these products, and she sees that she's taking them internally. We're putting them on her leg, and she can't reach her leg where she had her broken pelvis and hip. She can reach her right leg, but she can't reach her left leg, and that's the one we're really working on with wound management that she's had for 25 years.
Okay, but Ruth is not only using these products, she's out talking to her friends. I know that because her friends were out talking to me. It wasn't even her that was talking to me. This steamrolls. But to have somebody have the thought, I'm here to find need in the world. No, I mean, another thing Debbie said to me is no family should be without these products.
No, they should be in every home. I really believe that. I
know you believe
it. My heart.
I know
these
you
products
do.
Need to be in every home. Yeah.
Okay, but people don't know what they don't know.
Yeah.
And they're not going to they don't just know I need these. My life should be so much. Okay, so my friends, many of you, I know because I hear it over and over, are like, I don't want to sell to my friends. What are you doing? Are you selling or are you sharing? If you go see an amazing movie, are you not going to be out telling everybody that movie was so amazing? You should go see it. I learned this, 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 and this. Okay, you're selling for the movie theater.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Or if you go on a great vacation, you're telling everybody about the travel company that got you the great deal, right? These are great deals that are allowing you to get out and live a full life. Okay, when you are posting on your social media, what are you doing? Anybody can take a picture of an oil, my friends, okay? What we need to do is live our unique purpose. What are we doing and how are we going to do it? And how can you do it that's different? Now, what we're not looking to do is clone Debbie. Now, if you have the same interests, if you're a nurse, if you're really interested, then learn from her and take that and give it your own spin. So I'm going to pick on Chelsea just because I know her, but Chelsea, one of her main things is wellness for her family, right? If her kids are sick, she's stuck at home for a week. How fun is that? I mean, no stay-at-home mom is going to be more depressed and cranky quicker than if she has to spend a week locked in her house with her kids. So these products for Chelsea make it so that she can get out and do stuff during the day, right? So as she's out during the day, she can talk to everybody. She loves to go to the gym. What if she's spraying the On God on her kids' hands as she's dropping them off? And she just mentions to the other moms in here, I don't know how anybody lives without this stuff, right? Maybe you've got things that just roll off your tongue. Why should no mom drop their kids off to this gym, daycare without the stuff? I mean, have it rehearsed. Say it in your mind over and over so it's just natural, right?
You know what? Sarah made a really great comment here. Sarah says, I feel I don't do a good enough job following up or encouraging others to help make shifts to this new lifestyle, and even more so on the business side. So I hide back now from this business because I don't know how to encourage and healthily push people a little without taking it personal. So that's my giant block lately. I feel I didn't do a enough job for customers as well as people trying to start this business.
Okay, I love that. You've raised some really, really good points.
Great points.
And one of those,
and she's not alone.
Oh, absolutely
in her
not.
Feelings and thoughts.
These are huge. Dealing with rejection. Now, let's talk about rejection for a minute. I mean, when somebody says no, thank you, first of all, they're not rejecting you as a person. They're saying no to what you're offering. Mm-hmm. Is it possible that you just haven't offered the right product yet?
And indeed, it's possible. And not only that, I always say it's no because they don't know enough. It's never. If they knew what we knew, they would say yes.
Right.
We would never have a no.
Right.
If they knew what we knew. But they do say no. And so.
Right. Or it's no for now.
No for now.
But I love that thought that keeps you going. So how many times, and please put this in the chat box, how many times were you approached about doTERRA products or about the doTERRA business model before you said yes? I'm guessing that there are very few of you on here that did it, that accepted the opportunity the first time it was presented to you.
Now, I would love you to type in here, ladies and gentlemen, because this is an interesting point here, okay? Because I was searching for another essential oil company. I've been using essential oils for a couple of decades. And I was searching for this.
Okay, and doTERRA is not the only option.
I lapped it up.
So why is this the best option?
Yeah.
Right.
And the best option for me was, first of all, it had to pass the smell test.
It
had to pass the smell test.
Okay, while you guys are typing
so
those
let's play around with this. Anyway, go ahead.
Probably. Okay, while you guys are typing those in there, because I want more answers than this. Okay, I want you to have a goal. Okay, Debbie's goal is empower women. All right. I'm totally fine with it if one of your goals is to make money too, because you are empowered as you have more money. As you have more money, you have more opportunities to make a difference in this world, to find needs, right? Because you are more relaxed. Maybe you can hire somebody to help you in your house which dedicates more time to serving and helping other people, right? Money, there are really our two most limited quantities are money and time, right? But money can buy more time.
Correct, indeed.
So the more money you have, the more time you can buy. We're working smarter rather than harder. We're focusing, right? We're going to have a goal. We're going to have a purpose. Every day we're going to plan our day. We're going to sit down and we're going to think, okay, I have an hour. I am dedicating 1 hour to working on my business today. But what we're going to do is make that a power hour, right? We're not going to casually be scrolling through Instagram trying to get ideas during that hour. No, that hour is planned. If you want to casually scroll through Instagram or Facebook, you do that while you're watching TV. What we're talking about is taking massive action during that hour, okay? Maybe you only have a half an hour. What I really care about is that you are making a plan and you're sticking to it. If your mother calls during your planned hour, we're just going to call it an hour. But even if 15 minutes works for you, if you spend 15 minutes really focused and really working on your business, I'm good with that. Start somewhere. What we're doing is we're establishing habits of leaders. Okay. So even if all you can do is give it 15 minutes a day, and don't tell me you don't have 15 minutes a day, because I would love to see the statistics on the amount of time that people spend just scrolling through Instagram or Facebook, or just watching or scrolling through Netflix, right? We have these favorite time wasters, right?
Let's talk about some of these comments here.
Okay, let's hear
Dana says she accepted the first time. Sarah says probably 6 times before she finally jumped on board. Dana was already using oils and herbs. Jen Ford says first time because Wendy is so amazing. And Wendy says, I immediately bought the product, but it took me years to accept the opportunity. Very, very good comments. Yeah.
Very good opportunity. Yeah, very good comments. Because so what if somebody had given up on you? It took you 6 times. What if somebody had given up on you on the first time? Okay, Debbie not only sees these products as how they can change your lifestyle, and let's make sure that we're putting that out there. How does this change your life? If you're a stay-at-home mom who gets to go to McDonald's without having to worry about your kids running through the play place and being stuck at home for the next week, post about that on Instagram. I'm a McDonald's. I'm a worry-free mom because I don't have to worry about my kids getting sick while they're here. Okay? And whatever it is your lifestyle is, for Debbie, it opens opportunity for service. She is able to focus her efforts and really be of service to people because she's got the tools to do it. You guys, have you ever asked your husband to do something and had him not go out and buy 4 tools? He is never going to show up for the job without the tools that he needs to do it right and to do a really good job. And if he's got it, so I'd like to talk about that for a minute too. Is she up because she wants to talk? Or is that Debbie's helping me with her technology here a little bit? Okay, but really hone in on why you do it and make sure that you have the best tools to do it. Now, some of you are concerned about money and spending money. Your goals are to make money doing this, and you don't feel like you have a lot of money to spend.
Dana, did you want to share for a minute?
Yeah.
You're not muted, but I don't hear any sound from you.
Okay, let me see. Okay, did that work?
I still don't hear a thing. I'm not sure what's up here.
I hear Dana,
So,
and
anyway, all right.
So we will hear from
Jen,
you
did you
soon.
want to share?
can you hear me? Can you hear me? I can hear Dana, and
I don't hear you either.
Is something wrong with our sound?
Is something wrong with our, can you hear us okay?
Yes.
We can hear them.
I
You can
hear
hear them,
just
but
fine,
we
Debbie.
can't hear them. Oh my goodness, I wonder what's up with that. Well,
Debbie,
then
I can hear you
I'm going to
just
say
fine.
keep talking.
Okay, I'm going to keep talking. Okay, so first of all, I want you, and that was kind of an assignment to come to this call. What are your 3 favorite excuses for not taking action? Okay, go ahead and type those into the
Yeah,
chat
my
box.
volume's totally up all the way.
When you're not taking action, why are you not taking action? Okay, we probably have excuses, and Debbie's going to read some of your favorite excuses, but some of the ones I hear a lot in my coaching is, I don't know how to do it. You guys, that is not an excuse. We've got YouTube. We've got Google. If it's not on YouTube, you don't need to know how to do it. And you've got Debbie, who is money. You guys, she's been doing this so long. And so some of you are going to say, one of my favorite intentional thoughts is, there is nothing I can't figure out. How empowering is that? When I think the thought, I don't know how to do that. Okay, I feel like I'm defeated in the beginning, right? I feel paralyzed where I'm at. And what happens is a whole lot of inaction follows that, because I'm telling my brain that I don't know how to do it. My friends, you are going to find evidence to support whatever your thought is. And if your thought is, I can't do it, then you're right. You can't do it. But if your thought is, there's nothing I can't figure out. Okay, rejection. You guys have talked a lot about not wanting to hear the word no. Okay, you can flip around anything. One of my favorite ad campaigns is Snowbird, which is a local ski resort to us. And they have taken their 1-star ads, which are comments that people made trying to slam them, right? Trying to say they're not good. They've taken some of these 1-star reviews and they are turning them into 5-star ads. You can turn anything around, okay? Somebody commented and gave them a review and said, too much powder. Guess what? If you think we have too much powder, you're not our target audience, right? So they've taken that and they're using it to attract who is their target audience, right? If you don't see the value in how you can make money doing this, in how you can better your life and the quality of life for your entire family, then you're not my tribe and I'm going to move on. Okay. But I might keep planting seeds. Now, don't indulge in the I don't know. Get out there and choose a more powerful thought. Like, I can figure out anything. Or I'm going to ask somebody who knows. Sometimes we're just in this indecision, right? I'm not going to choose an email provider a mass email thing until I've researched all of them. Well, what if you just go to somebody that you trust, figure out what they use, and just do it? I mean, the only way that you can really fail is to not take action, to be paralyzed in indecision. Doing something, even if it doesn't give you the results that you were hoping for, even if it doesn't give you your end result, is getting you closer to where you want to be, because you are either learning, yes, this worked, I'm going to keep doing it, or you're going to learn that isn't exactly what I wanted, I'm going to try something new. So I love to look at this. I wish I could see what they can see.
Okay, I'm going to
okay, give me some comments here.
Give me some comments here. Dana says she has a mind block when it comes down to the end, and then she freezes. Sometimes it comes when I'm not congruent with my beliefs. I want you to address that, because that's
when it comes down to the end. What does that mean? Like closing the deal.
Closing the deal. Mm-hmm.
That is perfect. And can we not bring Dana up here, because I would love to coach her live.
Yeah, and so I don't know what's wrong with my volume. You guys are hearing me, you're hearing each other, but I'm not hearing you. My volume's all the way up. Any other ideas on my end from you guys?
They can hear each other.
They can hear each other, but we're not hearing them.
Can you hear
I
me?
wonder if we could pull up Zoom on my phone and if we could hear them on my phone.
Let's try it. And see if we can do it.
Okay, I want you to do technology, because I don't want to waste any of their time, okay? Because I'm going to keep giving you ideas, all right? But coming down to the end and you feel like it's your mind block. So my friend, what I would really like to focus on is, what are your thoughts when you get down to the end? What are you thinking? Are you thinking, I've got to have one more person to meet my goal this month? Or is your thought, this is a business opportunity no family should be without? Can you see the difference? Can you see how different it is when you're thinking the thought, this is a business opportunity no one should be without? Go ahead and talk, and let's see if we can hear you on my phone.
All right, go ahead, Dana.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yep, actually we can. So maybe you can mute it when I'm talking. Okay, Dana. Tell me what your thought is when you're getting to the end and having trouble closing.
I don't maybe need what I have. Like, maybe I'm not enough to support them sometimes. So, and even I'll tell you something about yesterday. I was just at the end of my rope. Like, I felt like I had 2 enrollments that fell through for the month, and they were personal. So I was like, crud. I knocked the wind out of my sails. So what I did was I sat in my car like a half an hour. I'm like, oh my goodness, I gotta pull together. And I really just wanted to go play with my grandkids and beg it. And,
right? Because that's easier than going to do that thing that we don't want to do.
Yep. But I didn't let myself. I actually I belong to a business network group. I knew one of the gals where she worked at. She was like a block from me. So I went there mostly just to buy some time to like gather my thoughts. And I asked her for some referrals, and she just gave me some encouragement. And I got back in my car and I sat there for another like 20 minutes. So I wasted a whole hour. But I needed it because I couldn't go talk to anybody in the state I was in. So I had messaged Debbie, and she immediately said, go back to your vision. And I'm like, well, duh. And so as soon as she messaged me, I got on my phone and I did a quick Google search of massage therapy near me. And so I found 7 different places to go to within like a quarter mile of me. So I just started going. I went to 7 places. Not everybody was in their office, but I left samples, and And then I found some other places inside of that 7 that weren't massage therapy. So that helped me move through that, but I didn't get any enrollments, but I planted seeds.
Awesome. So I love that you took action even when you didn't feel like it. So tell me, when you dropped off those samples, what did it look like? What did you say? And what were you thinking? What was the thought in your head?
So my thought was, how can I serve these people? I didn't want to go sell them something. I wanted to be able to provide value to them. So what I did was, the first massage place I went to, the sign said closed when I pulled up by the door, but there was somebody in there. So I got out and she came to the door. She's like, oh, I haven't left yet. And I visited with her, which she already had a doTERRA account, but didn't know how to do aroma touch massage technique. And she said, well, could you teach me? And I said, well, I'm not a certified trainer, but I could show you how to do it. And so that's what I made a, contact with her and said I would, come back. If she called me, I would come back and help her. And then I went to the next place and nobody was there. And then the next place I walked by, it was a essential oil store. And I'm like, I'm not going in there. And I just kept walking. And then I'm like, stop it. Turn around and see what you can do to help her. So I went back in and had a great conversation with her. She gave me a free chapstick. She makes all of her homemade products there and getting ready to retire, and is actually either going to sell her business or close it. So she buys bulk essential oils from places and then remixes it and bottles it. Not the model I like, but it was neat to see her love of essential oils and how careful she was for her customers. And so she said, well, do you have a card? I have people that come in here that only want doTERRA. I could refer them to you. And so I left her with some business cards. And then I told her, I said, well, are you going to sell for sure? And she says, well, I'm not advertising because I don't want just anybody to buy it. I want to interview them and make sure that they'll take care of my customers and my distributors. And so I said, well, it's kind of like adopting a puppy. You want to make sure it goes to the right family. And she said, yeah. And so I said, well, if you decide to close, I would love to help support your customers. She had 3 binder full of customers on her shelf. And so I told her, that I would love to help support her customers if she decided to close. And so she took more business cards. So anyway, it ended up being a great thing. And I almost walked by and didn't go in.
Yeah, isn't that awesome?
Hold on a second.
Well, I think they can hear the sound from here.
Okay. Can you hear us on the phone?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Okay, we're going to use the sound from my phone and we're going to use the graphic from her computer then. Okay, so when you go in, I love that you are getting out and taking action even when you didn't feel like it. So when your thought is, I'm going to do this because Debbie's going to ask me what I've done, how do you show up? How do you show up when you're taking action?
Well, what I told Debbie yesterday, it was go big or go home. And I didn't have time to just go talk to people because they're not my target audience. So I just needed to go straight to a place that I knew would be open to them. So that's why I chose to go there.
Okay. So you had a little bit of time. You did a little bit of research so that your time that you spent would be best utilized.
Okay, let me pipe in here, Connie.
Go.
Dana is doing what we call Diamonds Club.
Okay.
Now, Diamond Club is a really great push for Diamond rank.
Okay.
Right. But there are some numbers involved in Diamond Club, and she's striving so hard to meet her numbers. And Jen Ford on here is also involved in Silver Club.
Mm-hmm.
She's got the same bit of crunch, and Silver Club is exactly half the numbers of Diamond Club. All right. And so these ladies have been working so hard and so well to really grow their business. But here we are at the end of the month, and they're not quite where they want to be numbers wise to continue on with Silver Club and Diamond Club. And so the fact that Dana said, go home or go big or go home, is a huge mindset shift. But what might you say to us in that circumstance where numbers are part of the game? Numbers are part of continuing on and graduating from these push clubs.
what would you say to us to keep us in a mindset where we keep always on the forefront of our mind our vision, our mission, who our ideal customer is, who our ideal business partner might be, and keep that on the forefront so where we can keep moving even at the last minute.
Okay, so that's a really interesting point. And it's a lot, so often we get stuck in our thoughts, right? Now, can you guys hear us? Can somebody just comment in the chat if you can hear?
We can hear you now, but before we couldn't.
Okay, awesome. Chelsea's here, yay! Okay, when your thought is, I am so frustrated because I'm really close to my numbers and I'm not there. Debbie, if that's my thought and I come approach you, you are going to feel my frustration.
And I'm going to feel your desperation.
Yes.
So help us, Connie.
And I'm
going
to think that I'm covering it up, but I'm not, because I'm not an actress.
Yeah.
And even if you are an actress, I mean, you really just have to get in the mode. Are you going to be defined by a number on a spreadsheet, or are you going to be defined by the action that you took to get that number? Okay. Every day we can wake up and all we have control over is ourselves. Now, from what I'm understanding about the doTERRA, the way the business model works is that you have legs, and your bonus check is somewhat dependent upon some of the things that other people do. You only have control over yourself. That is your power spot. So I want to be proud of myself and how I've showed up at all times, right? So if I show up and my thought is, nobody should be without these products, okay? If you're a massage therapist and you're targeting massage schools or massage businesses, and you walk in and your thought is, no business should be without these products. Let me leave you these samples. You guys, don't tell me that you don't have money to build your business. How many oils do you have sitting around your house that are going to expire before you get a chance to use them because you keep buying to meet your minimums, right? You have something that you can share. You have something that you can give away. If you're showing up and your thought is, I find need and I help you fill it, it's so different than when you walk in and you're like, I have got to meet my numbers and I need your sales. Okay. Is it about you or is it about them? I mean, clearly it's about both, but when your focus is on how do I fill a need, then the way you show up is so different. Okay. So you can know that you have left no stone unturned, right? When you present opportunities over and over again to have I understood that right? That Dana's niche is to go after massage, is to target.
That's what she did yesterday. And honestly, Dana, you left no stone unturned yesterday. And you can seriously go to your bed last night. I hope you did. Go to your bed last night feeling completely fulfilled and successful. Because your effort, she really pressed through the fear to move into those they were all strangers. She didn't know any of those business establishments, none of them. And so she pushed through her fears to move on, to really give it her all.
So what did you learn yesterday that is going to help you become a diamond leader?
Really it felt like an adventure to me. And so once I started looking at the adventure as to how I can help people and it doesn't matter what happens, then I was free to say what I wanted, and I didn't have to rehearse in my head what I wanted to say before I went. It just came natural. Mm-hmm. And so there wasn't any nervousness about it. So that would be a big thing to tell people.
So you got to show up and be confident in what you were saying, knowing that not only do you have a product that really sells itself, but you also have a business opportunity that no business should be without. It not only, if this massage business can be they can work smarter rather than harder, because not only are they using products that pay them back, but they can then, it naturally sells themselves as they work on these clients, right? These clients, this is something that they can go back and they can make money 2 different ways doing this. It's a genius idea, Dana. Good job.
And I want to just comment here on the essential oil company, the lady that was going to sell her business. You know, I would go back and talk doTERRA with her. I would go back and talk business with her and show her the business model that doTERRA has, because she is working so hard to do what doTERRA has already done for her. And she wouldn't necessarily have to sell her business, just tweak it a little bit, incorporating doTERRA, and let doTERRA do the work for her of harvesting, bringing the products in bulk, making products from them. Let doTERRA do the work for her and show her the business model. And so I'd go back.
What if she could do online trainings at home? She's already got her client base.
Yeah.
And just, what if you didn't convert them all over to, what if she converted them all over to doTERRA? All you have to do is to help her see the vision for how she can work smarter rather than harder. So who does want to be locked up in a store for 8 hours a day? I don't. I want flexibility. That's why I'm in business for myself. And that really is a genius business model if she doesn't just sell and give all her business to somebody else, but she converts it into a business model so that she can work smarter rather than harder. How are we on time?
We are at 9:15. Jade, your mind is going crazy. I can feel it across the distance. Go ahead and unmute yourself, Jade, and share.
Hello. Sorry, I logged off and logged back on, so I missed a little section. I don't know what I missed. Sorry. What I want to share about Dana, or what is it that you want? Yeah, I think this is brilliant, Dana. We just keep that outward mindset, and then I think you got to have a vision for them. So if you have a vision for them, then whatever you speak, the spirit will come through and help them see that vision too. If you see that, you can imagine them enjoying the oils and then selling the oils and then enrolling people through doTERRA and all that. And then you have to sell it to yourself that it's this juicy dream that they just need to see clearly. And it's just going to be so beneficial to them. And, they don't know what it is, but they're excited. I mean, that's how Debbie sold me. I mean, 15 minutes flat, she sold me on the oils, because I don't even know what she said, but it was like, this is going to benefit me and my kids in like amazing ways. And I don't know which ways it is, but it's just going to be amazing anyways. So just her spirit it spoke to me like that. And that's how I help my teammates get on board and stuff. I just got an enrollment just now, so I'm like welcoming this guy, but that was it. When he said, I want to do this, and I said, okay, if you want to do this, this is what I expect. And, I showed him the big picture, and he's like, oh, that's exactly what I want. I don't even know if he was sure that he wanted that, but he just didn't have a clear vision. So I kind of drew it out more clearly, and he was like, okay, that's super juicy. I'm ready. Anyways, but I'm so proud of how far you've come, Dana. Just watching your journey. This is brilliant. Yeah, you're going to do so well.
Okay, so a couple of things that I'd like to point out from what you said is that as you take these steps, as you take the step that you don't want to take, you are teaching yourself to become the leader that you dream of being. You aren't a diamond yet because you haven't grown into that role yet. But as you do the hard thing, as you become that person, you then as you get closer to that status, you get closer to the person that this is about personal development too. And there is growth and learning in you as you reach your status. Okay. And I would.
We're good. Can you hear
us now? Sorry, we're
you might be coming on.
We're having some technology glitches here. So I really would like to pull Chelsea up for just a minute. I kind of warned her that I was going to pick on her because I feel like one of the areas that keeps her. So Chelsea, can you come up, and I want you to unmute yourself.
I am unmuted. You're going to have to excuse me for a second while my child blows his nose. Go blow.
Oh, it's all good. Okay, because I think some of you feel like the only way to build your business is to go out and do what Dana's doing. Dana is taking massive action, and I'm so proud of you, Dana. You're stepping out of your comfort zone. You're really taking your business to the next level by taking your comfort zone to the next level. And I want to point out that you can only grow as fast as you're willing to feel uncomfortable, right? Because over time, those things that you've always done are easy. And if you really want to launch yourself to the next level, you've got to develop new habits that are going to take you to the new level, which at first are going to feel uncomfortable. So Chelsea, what is your biggest roadblock? What is the thing that's keeping you from taking action? When you're not taking action, why aren't you doing it?
My number one would be the struggle of feeling like I'm not being a good mom when I'm focusing on my business. Okay. That's my number one.
I love that. So when your thought is, I want to be a good mom. You have the thought that if you're working on your business, you're not being a good mom. So what feeling does that drive in you when you feel like you can't work on your business and be a good mom at the same time?
I just kind of, honestly, I shut down. I've talked to Debbie about this before when I feel like one aspect of my life is kind of going crazy. Let's just say business, for instance. If I'm not doing well in doTERRA, it's because I'm focusing on the boys, and I just kind of shut down when it comes to the business side of things, because I feel like if I put in effort and I don't meet the goals that I've set for myself, then I'm failing, and okay. I don't want to be a failure. So it's easier for me just not to try at that point, because I can't fail if I, don't set forth any tasks for myself, which obviously I know is a twisted mindset, because the only way I can fail is if I don't do anything. Right. But, in that moment, like, that's how I feel in the moment.
Okay, Chelsea, thank you so much that makes you feel vulnerable saying that out loud, but I promise you are not the only one who's feeling like that. So thank you for being willing to come on and be coached. So basically what we have here is the fact in the situation is doTERRA, right? Your thought is, I can't be a good mom and build this business at the same time. So your feeling is defeat, and your action is a whole lot of inaction. You're not doing anything. Now, the truth is, my friends, and what I want you to see is that your thought becomes your reality. If your thought is, I can't build this business and be a good mom, that is your reality. You can't do it, and you can't do it because you're not doing it, right? But I want to ask you some questions. Is it really true that you can't be a good mom and build your business?
It's not true. The reason I'm building this business is for them, so that I can stay home.
Is it possible that if you built your business, you could actually be a better mom?
Yeah, 100%.
Okay, why?
Once I get through what I feel like are the trenches of like really starting this thing, then it's gonna become easier, and I'll get into more of a pattern and like really know how to do things, so that I'll know where to like put my time and when to put my time and effort into certain things.
Okay. And you'll honor your time. Okay. If Eli's got a dirty diaper, are you going to tell him you don't have time to change it?
No.
Okay. It's a priority. Okay. So what are your goals? What do you want out of this business, Chelsea?
My why has changed so much over the past couple of years. My current why, like if I just kept doing what I'm doing right now, we would be fine financially. So my why is no longer, oh, I want the money. My why is I want other families to experience what we have experienced and have, you know, like our boys have running snotty noses right now and they're not feeling good. And instead of me taking them into the doctor and being told just to, you know, take it easy, let them rest and whatever, and spending that money, I'm able to take control of their health. And I feel empowered. I feel better I feel like I'm a better mom because of doTERRA.
Okay. So if you're not taking your kids to the doctor and you have the knowledge to take care of this problem by yourself, is doTERRA actually saving you money?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Okay. So you have these tools and you want everyone to know about them.
Yes.
Okay. So when you feel like no family should be without what we have, when your thought is everyone needs this in their home, how do you feel then?
Can you repeat the last question?
When you honestly believe that no family, no young mom with little kids should be without what you have.
It definitely puts me into action when I get down to my why when I want to share with somebody.
Okay. So when you, and tell me for a minute, what do you have because of doTERRA? You talked a little bit about health and that you save time and money by not going to the doctor. So you have health and then you have knowledge. What else do you have?
She talked about peace of mind.
Yeah.
That she has at her fingertips what she needs.
Right. What I'm getting at is you also have a fair amount of income from this business too.
Yeah.
What if you took away that income portion? Does it make a difference in your family?
I mean, financially, yes, but in all the other aspects, no. You know, Sean and I have talked about, you know, if we, you know, we have a leg that's struggling, and if we weren't to have the income that we have with doTERRA right now, like what would we do? And we would still be buying the product. It wouldn't be like, okay, I just give up. Like if we're not going to get paid for this, I don't want to do it. We would still be buying these products because of what they've done for us. Emotionally, physically, and then of course, financially.
Right. Because you get a check every month from this, from using these products and from sharing them with other people. Okay. So when you really focus on all these 3 ways that it's really benefited your family, I mean, you've made a fair amount of money. You have a better quality of life, and you save yourself time and money by not having to go to the doctor so often. So you not only know how to care for your family, you're empowered that you know how to care for them, you know how to share that with other people, and you have more money to do things with and for your family because of these products. So when you're honestly believing hard in that, how do you feel when you go out into the world and do what you're doing? No family should be without these. That's your thought. How do you feel?
I was just going to say, I feel like I would be doing a disservice by not sharing.
Okay. So you feel a determination to share it, or you feel kind of an obligation to share it, kind of a, what's the right word? Like an obligation to pay back the world. Okay. So when you're feeling that, how do you take action? What does that cause you to do?
Me taking action, with sharing with people would be listening for their needs and then making, like, asking them, like, hey, have you ever tried this? Just giving them, you know, samples and whatever, to open them up to it. Yeah, buddy.
Okay, so
And just
give them
sharing
samples.
Yeah.
I love that idea. Give them samples. Let them try it, because once they really try it, then they're gonna love it, right? Okay. One thing that I would like to point out is that there are so many things that you can do that when you're believing hard, it just kind of naturally comes out, right? It's kind of like finding that cupcake that you go to bed dreaming about, right? You're going to tell everybody how to go get one, right? And because nobody should be without that cupcake, right?
Yeah.
Okay, same thing. When nobody should be without, I mean, there are so many things that you can do without adding anything to your life. You go to the gym. What if you're spraying the On Guard as you're on your kids, as you're dropping them off at the gym, and you just say out loud, oh my gosh, without this stuff, I'm stuck at home. I couldn't even go to the gym, right? And you can share with people and plant those seeds without adding anything else to your time. Okay, we have promised that we would keep this to an hour. We love and respect your time, and really what we want you to do is focus on your power thought. What thought are you going to think that's really going to get out there, that's really going to get you out there to do that one thing that you don't want to do? And my friends, the biggest thing is figure out what your plan is. Whatever you're doing throughout your day, figure out how it's going to fit in your purpose, okay? Maybe your purpose is that no family should be without this, okay? So standing in the line at the grocery store, you can, be drinking your water that's got a little lime oil in it and casually mention it. You never know what seed you're going to plant that's really going to take off and grow the most massive plant ever. Okay, also we promised you that we would give you information on how to get more help from me. I have an extremely affordable group coaching program, and it's just starting September 1st. I've done one-on-one, which is great, and if you guys want that help, I'd love to help you with it. This group coaching program not only gives you discounts on one-on-one help, but it also, you've seen today that not only do you learn as you get coached yourself, but you learn from watching other people and learning from their experiences and getting ideas from their experiences. So I have a special offer because Debbie is my really good friend. That's right. If at least so what this monthly coaching program does, it's only $30 a month. What this monthly coaching does is it gives you a Monday motivational message that you can just get on and watch. It's like 5 or 10 minutes. It's not a big time sucker. And then it gives you a group coaching call once a week. If at least 5 of you will sign up, I will add a second call a week that's dedicated just to business. Now you can bring your business call questions to that regular call, no problem at all, because we talk about anything. We can talk about anything from relationships to weight, do a lot of weight coaching and a lot of parenting coaching, what to do with your kids and business, anything. But if at least 5 of you will sign up, I will add a second call where you can just bring your business questions. This has been so much fun. I had 4 pages of notes and we did not even finish one.
And we have it.
But I feel like some major change in thoughts have happened today. And if you've learned anything from this call, I hope that your takeaway is that your real change occurs by really focusing on your thoughts. What is driving you? What is your purpose? And what thought is going to make you do that thing that you don't want to do? And I hope that you can see that this doesn't need to be a big time suck out of your day. Conversations can naturally flow. You can naturally talk to people as you go in and get a massage, as you go in and get a pedicure, as you go to the grocery store. But when you are truly believing your purpose, when you're truly living your purpose, sharing is natural. It's not selling, it's sharing. Maybe the birthday gift that you give all your friends is a doTERRA water bottle with your favorite oil to put in their water so that they can be healthier. These ideas, the actions will naturally flow when you are truly turned into your purpose. So we'll have Debbie send out the link on how you can sign up. But really quickly, it's just www.happiness-andinsidejob.com. And my program is called ThoughtWorks. So we'll send out that link. And I hope to see you guys more and more. I'd love to continue helping you.
I want to add that to the chat box, Connie.
Oh, that's perfect. www.happiness-andinsidejob.com.
So there's her website. And so check out some of her podcasts. They're amazing. And I was just really enjoying listening to them this week, Connie. And so really, truly, and you see this in the sales guide. You see that thoughts create feelings, create actions, create results. And that's where it is. And so we have to work between our ears first in order to get the results we really desire. And so as we are struggling, finishing up the end of the month, it shouldn't be a struggle. Get out of the struggle. Get back into your vision. Get back into your why. Get back into, why am I doing this? What's driving me to do this? And get back into your confident self. I've been doing some training with Eddie Villa on working within your strengths. And it's been a really interesting experience. Those of you who have taken the Gallup Strength Finders Assessment, and you've got those 34 strengths, or if you haven't opened all 34 strengths, go ahead and open them up. But one thing that Eddie talks about is don't hang out in your bottom 5. Catch yourself when you're hanging out in your bottom 5. But hang out in your top 10. Hang out in your dominant domain. My dominant domain is getting things done. It's executing, like that, executing. And so my dominant domain is getting things done. And when I'm not getting things done, that's when I feel frustrated. When I'm not out there talking to people, that's when I feel frustrated. When I'm not enrolling people, that's when I feel frustrated. And so we want to get things done by using my top 5, my top 10, and just letting those bottom 5 simmer, or bottom 5, letting the bottom 5 simmer. If I'm hanging out, ideation is my number 34. Coming up with ideas, I don't do it well. You guys come up with the ideas, I can go with it. But coming up with the ideas myself, I don't do it well. And you all probably have seen that multiple times. And so that's not where I want to be hanging out. You come up with the ideas, I'll flow with it. But then I tackle it, and much easier. So anyway, thank you for being on with us tonight. This morning, tonight. I'm going to turn off the recording and ask you, and for those of you who watch the recording later on, please post your comments, your thoughts. Please post what's gets you stuck, what's stifling your progress, and we'll respond to those, okay? But I'm going to turn off the recording and just hang out until your questions are answered.